So the UFC Austin card has fully wrapped up. Really solid card. One of the best cards of the year, in my opinion. Definitely one of the best fight nights of the year. So let me just get into the results and everything. Let me just start off with saying I'm normally a very good picker. If you go through my picks, I'm normally very solid with my predictions. But fucking good God Almighty, was I shit this card. I did horrible this card. I only got 3 fights correctly on this card. Like, that is not normal for me. I normally get almost every fight right. So let's start off with Veronica Hardy versus Jamie Lynn Horf. I picked Jamie Lynn Horf. I thought that her being absolutely fucking massive, she would use that to her advantage. But no, she didn't use this to her advantage at all. She sort of just got fucking masterclassed. I don't know how it was a split decision. Veronica Hardy clearly won. That was really weird of them to give it a split decision. Just speaks to how weird the judges are. Veronica Hardy quite clearly won this. Put on a really good performance, solid performance. Uh, yeah, she looked really good out there. She's looking very improved lately. Like, generally, obviously, I didn't rate the Juliana Miller win because Juliana Miller is just horrible, in my opinion. She's just not that good. Respectfully to Juliana Miller, 3-3 now. I think she is. I might be wrong on that actually. No, no, she is. She's 3-3 and she's in the UFC. What a record! What a fucking record! So obviously, I didn't rate that Juliana Miller win too highly, but still very solid performance in that fight. And then, yeah, she just beat an undefeated Jamie Lynn Horf, who has 2 wins over Labita Godina. So really good win there for Veronica Hardy. Yeah, not really much else to say. Good performance. Moving on, Jared Gooden beat Wellington Turman. I did not fucking see this one, guy. I did not see this one coming. All right, I was as shocked as everybody else. Jared Gooden was getting masterclassed in the first round. Like, Wellington Turman was looking like a championship level contender, and I'm not exaggerating. He was really looking good. You could see he's really been working with Alex Bahia, using a lot of Alex Bahia type moves, the way he throws his leg kicks. And he just looks like Alex Bahia if he was like a weight class smaller, like just a smaller Alex Bahia. He was looking really good. His striking has really improved. Like, he was looking solid out there, but he mixed up his grappling too, where he looked really good. But I think maybe that striking, he went a little too hard or something, because he looked really gassed in that second round. And Jared Gooden landed some good shots on him, rocked him. Yeah, he was beating the shit out of him. I thought he was about to knock him out cold, and then he gets the submission over Wellington Turman. Jared Gooden, the striker, goes and submits Turman. Really good performance here from Jared Gooden. I really didn't expect it, especially with the way Wellington Turman was looking. This is when I was like, yep, I'm fucking cursed for this guy. Like, I was like, oh no, there's no way, man. I'm going to get all of these fights wrong. And you know what? I would have been okay with it, but thankfully I didn't get all the fights wrong, but I was very fucking close to it. I like to say I'm one of the best predictors on YouTube, but like, Jesus Christ, I might have to wait till the next card before I start giving myself that moniker again. But still, solid performance here from Jared Gooden. Good comeback victory, because he was really getting beat on really badly in that first round. But yeah, boom, out of nowhere, here comes fucking Jared Gooden, gets the win. Jared Gooden, sorry, not Gordon, gets the win, gets the submission. Who knows who he gets next? But he looked improved. He actually made welterweight, so maybe we're actually going to get a night train reign. But I doubt it. He'll probably lose his next fight. But still, solid performance from Jared Gooden. Uh, Now moving on, we have uh, Rodolfo Bellato versus Ihor Potieria. This was a solid fight. This was no, not a solid fight. What the fuck am I talking about? This was an amazing fight. Sorry, it's been so long, and I just watched the BKFC. I completely forgot. This fight was fucking bananas. This fight was great. This was honestly, one of the fights of the year. That might be recency bias. Don't quote me on that. But it was a really good performance. Really fun fight. Ihor Potieria was looking so solid out there. He was looking clean. He was looking the best he's ever looked. He was really beating on Rodolfo Bellato in that fight. Dropped him, rocked him many times, was pounding his face through the canvas, and somehow Bellato wasn't going anywhere. He was still getting rocked, ground and pounded hard on the canvas, really like punching his fucking face through the canvas, like type shit. But at the end of the day, that wasn't enough. That's not enough when you're when you're fighting Rodolfo Bellato. He is like a Terminator out there. Like his chin's not even that great, but his just will to win is insane. Because like he was getting rocked with almost every shot that landed clean, but he just doesn't quit. Like that's something I noticed. This guy doesn't quit, but he got really lucky. Like if that was another referee, they might have stopped that, and I wouldn't have been upset about it. But I'm glad the referee didn't. This is the same one who tried to get Bobby Green killed. I think he had a really good referee moment, and then he's like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna let every fight go longer and hope for the best. And yeah, he almost killed Bobby Green doing that. But I'll get to that again later. But yeah, Rodolfo Bellato looked really solid in this fight. Well, I mean, he didn't really, did he? He was getting beat up, but it was a really good fight. I hope Bateria looked amazing in this fight. I hope that they give him another fight. He's 1-2 in the UFC, 1-3. So maybe they probably won't give him another fight. But it's a fight of the night. If you're going to give Daniel De Silva fight after fight, and especially when this isn't a smaller division, you got to give Ihor Bateria another go, in my opinion. Like he's just a fun fighter. He gets good KOs or he gets KO'd. He's an entertaining fighter to watch. He's kill or be killed, pretty much. Definition of it. So hopefully Pateria gets another shot, but I'm not holding my breath. Then moving on up the card. I got Rodolfo Bellato right. One of my only picks, correct picks on this card, so I was very happy with that. Then moving on, we had Drakkar Klose versus Joe Solecki, my other correct pick of the card. I'm not gonna hear that for another few picks. So Drakkar Klose gets taken down by Joe Solecki. He just comes out, runs at him, takes him down, and it's looking like it's not going to be a good fight for Drakkar Klose. They get back up. Actually, no, I think he still stayed down. No, he got back up. Sorry, yeah, Drakkar Klose got back up, and then obviously found himself in an armbar attempt from Joe Solecki. Joe Solecki, though, he held on to it too long. He thought that he would be able to get it even when Drakkar Klose was picking him up. And Drakkar Klose picks him up and fucking slams his head through the canvas. Literally brutal fucking KO. Picture perfect slam, though. I love to see it. It was an amazing KO. Really good performance here from Drakkar Klose. Didn't call out anyone in particular. Said he wants the easiest fight. So whatever that means, whoever that means, I guess maybe they bring Mike Breeden back, or maybe they do Drakkar Klose versus Anshul Jubilee, who knows. But yeah, who knows what's next for him, but still really solid performance here for Drakkar Klose. Amazing slam. Then next up we had Cody Brundage versus Zachary Reese, another slam KO. Hell has frozen over because we've got Cody Brundage and Dustin Stolfers both winning on the same card. I can't believe it. What has become of this sport that I love so much? But yeah, honestly, amazing, fucking amazing KO from Cody Brundage. Just picks him up, slams him on his head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's over on the ground. Solid performance from Cody Brundage. He gets another fight in the UFC. Poor Zachary Reese. But now that he's lost to Cody Brundage, normally when a middleweight has a weird loss like that, they go on a run. So maybe Zachary Reese will be contending for the fucking championship in a year's time, knowing how middleweight is. But I guess we'll see. Miesha Tate versus Julia Alviar. Not a bad fight. It wasn't a great barn burner, but it was a really good performance from Miesha Tate. Genuine fucking masterclass. I did not expect Miesha Tate to go out there and masterclass Alviar. I thought she looked horrible against Lauren Murphy. I really didn't expect her to come back and have a good performance like that. So I was happy for her there. That was a very solid performance from Miesha Tate. She just masterclassed her everywhere. Beat her up on the ground. Got the submission. Just dominated. Really dominant performance. She should just stay at bantamweight, in my opinion. Don't go back down to flyweight, because that obviously didn't work out for you. Just stay at bantamweight. She looked great though. Really good performance. Solid performance. And now moving on. Sorry, I'm just getting past these really quickly. I got to watch the BKFC. I got to watch Mike Perry versus Eddie Alvarez. So yeah, Dustin Stolfers versus Bahali Soriano. Just a solid performance from Dustin Stolfers. He just beat the shit out of him, man. He got landed some big shots on by Soriano, and then that was it. He figured out Soriano's game, beat the shit out of Soriano, took him down, slammed him on his head multiple times. Just a solid performance here from Dustin Stolfers. Gets the submission win. Soriano might get cut. Maybe do him versus Brundage next or something like that, or I don't even know, man. He didn't look that great. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. But still, solid performance. Then we had Joaquim Silva versus Clay Guida. I picked Clay Guida. A lot of people saying this was a robbery, that Clay Guida should have won. Joaquim Silva won this fight. I'm not going to go and say that it was a robbery or anything like that. Joaquim Silva did more in the third round, did more in the first round. You know, I really wanted Clay Guida to win, and he looked great out there. Clay Guida, you know, Father Time ain't kicking his ass. He's holding up. You know, he's having a fucking back and forth draw with Father Time. He looked good in this fight. Rocked Joaquim Silva multiple times. I feel like he could have got that third round though. That's something that does piss me off. Clay Guida's got that old time mentality of not damage over. He's got that mentality of position over like doing damage. He thinks for control time, so he just kept going for control time, trying to take him down, hold him against the fence. If he did a few more shots in the clinch, I think he could have generally got this fight. Like, I think he could have won it, but he just went for that old control time. I think he thought, I don't know, I feel like a lot of these old fighters don't realize the rules have changed. Damage is the number one scoring criteria, but still, he looked good. He was in a bad sport about it. He shook his head. I mean, he just clapped. You know, he took the loss on the chin. But I feel like he really could have won that. I feel like Clay Guida could have really won that fight. But yeah, what can you do, man? Still solid performance. Really solid performance. But yeah, obviously Joaquim Silva gets this one done. Then moving on up the card, we had Sean Brady versus Kelvin Gastelum. I spoke briefly about this. Sean Brady dominated him, just fucking ran through Kelvin Gastelum, man. Not really much offense or thing. Like, we didn't get much offense from Kelvin Gastelum in this fight. He really didn't do much here. He just got taken down. He had a good reversal in the first where he could have just pounded out Sean Brady, but he sort of let him get back up. You know, I feel like he should have just landed some big shots while he could, but it is what it is, man. Sean Brady gets this one done. Then moving on the card, we had Davison Figueiredo versus Rob Font. Davison Figueiredo had a great performance here over Rob Font. Solid performance, using all of his assets in this fight. Looked good in the grappling, rocked Rob Font, had him a bit limp. Used that to get a takedown while he was a bit weaker. Just a solid all-round masterclass from Figueiredo here. And then we had the co-main event. Jarlin Turner attempted murder on fucking Bobby Green. That referee needs to be arrested. I mentioned in my previous video, they generally need to do an investigation into that guy because he was trying to fucking assassinate Bobby Green. I don't know what the fuck that guy's problem was, but he was really trying to hurt Bobby Green, and nobody can hurt Bobby Green. You know, why are you trying to do that to my man Bobby Green? Bobby Green needs to take some time off after that, but still very solid performance here from Bobby Green. But yeah, like I say, from a really solid performance from Jarlin Turner, not Bobby Green. Jarlin Turner looked amazing. He really did look good. Bobby Green couldn't get a shot off him. Too long, too rangy. Bobby Green needs to take a minimum of 6 months off. Then we had the main event. Arman Tazoukian buzzsaws through Beneil Dariush. Not even close, man. Not even fucking close. He really just ran through him. Made Beneil Dariush look like a nobody. He looked really solid though. Like, generally a really good performance. Not much else you can say about it. Just a really good fucking solid performance. You know, I don't know what you do next for him because a lot of these lightweights probably won't fight him. So maybe you could do him versus. Maybe you could do him versus Gamrot in a rematch. You know, get that win back. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. You never fucking know in the lightweight division. Like, you really don't. It's really hard to know in these divisions, like, what the fuck's gonna happen or not. Because nobody fights anybody, but we'll see what happens, I guess. I mean, I've said that a lot. But anyway, that's all I've got to say. Sorry for this quick little rundown. I would have liked to have made this a bit longer, but I do want to catch the BKFC fights, because I just watched Jeremy Stephens versus Jimmy Rivera, which was a really fun back and forth fight. Jimmy Rivera's eye just got fucking completely busted open by Jeremy Stevens, which was crazy to watch. So I'm looking forward to Mike Perry versus Eddie Alvarez. But anyway, yeah, I just wanted to speak about that real quick. But yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.